We start tonight with your quintessential FA Cup tie. Second Division Gillingham, who've never been past the fifth round stage, against three times winners Sheffield Wednesday from the Premiership. John Motson was at the building site known as Priestfield Stadium.
Well, you can almost taste the flavour of the FA Cup today on the only league ground in the county of Kent. Gillingham have big plans to capitalise on their catchment area, but today a temporary stand on the site of what will be an impressive new development means the capacity for this cup tie is 10,500, guaranteeing record receipts for the club. And Scottish striker Andy Thompson, who scored in 3 of the previous 4 rounds of the cup, hopes to propel this nationwide team into the quarter-finals for what would be the first time in their history. Manager Peter Taylor relies on the 4-5-1 formation that overcame Premiership Bradford in the last round. Goalkeeper Vince Bartram and number 6 Guy Butters had first-team experience with Arsenal and Spurs respectively, while number 14 Marcus Browning is starting his first game for 14 months after a cruciate ligament injury. It was only this morning that Wednesday passed Gilles de Bilderfit to partner Gerald Sibon up front. 3 of their back 4 actually played here when Wednesday beat Gillingham in the FA Cup 5 years ago. And the other one, Andy Hinchcliffe, is the only man on the pitch with an FA Cup winners' medal. Well, Peter Taylor took over at the start of the season at Gillingham after losing his England under-21 post, a job that he was originally given by Glenn Hoddle, the new manager of Southampton, who's in the stand today. Hoddle, who scored the winning goal in the FA Cup final for last year, that the Match of the Day cameras were at Gillingham by coincidence. Nice moment there between the two managers who know each other pretty well. Mike Reid of Birmingham starts this AXA-sponsored FA Cup tie with Sheffield Wednesday in their change strip, all yellow, defending the goal to the right, behind which their supporters are congregated. That's Sibon, number 9. And Gillingham's number 3, Roland Edge. There's a very high wind blowing around the ground, which might make conditions difficult. But Gillingham will be keen to make a bold start here, the underdogs. This is Wim Jonk. Just got a feeling that Paul Smith, the Gillingham captain and number 4, may be detailed to pick up Wim Jonk, who Gillingham believe is Sheffield Wednesday's best playmaker. Got 3 recent signings cup-tied, so they're playing a rather different team in this competition. But there's Jonk, the man who they think they've got to mark. Here's Sibon. Oh, that's a good-looking ball, and Nicholas Alexanderson has found space from which he might have scored. Well, he has scored in his last 3 games, the Swedish international, and here he could have made it 4. And Gillingham had left so much space on the left flank of their defence. He had a clear run on goal. Good chance. You can see from the washing on the line there, this ground's surrounded by houses. And just look at that. We are playing this cup tie in quite a gale. Atherton. Hasler. Alexanderson. 2 to his left. And Alexanderson tries a shot. And Bartram caught a little by surprise, maybe. Gets hands there, which is the important thing from Alexanderson. And it's a corner to Sheffield Wednesday. Certainly enough swerving in the wind a bit to trouble the goalkeeper. Atherton is forward for the corner. Sibon is on the line. And Sibon gets up here. Gillingham had everybody back. Hinchcliffe, free kick against him. Peter Taylor will be pretty pleased with the fact that his team have matched Sheffield Wednesday for the first 20 minutes. Good turn by Sibon. Wind playing a part again there. That was Alexanderson to De Bilder. Sibon in the centre. Deflection there. Oh, and Sibon! Oh, it's gone in, maybe, off Pennock. Sibon starts the celebrations for Sheffield Wednesday. And the Premiership side are in the lead. A bit of a scrappy goal, in fairness. But it was really the wind that affected the kick in the first place. And here's De Bilder, whose effort certainly comes off a Gillingham player. Butters initially. Bartram can't handle it. In fact, he spilt it. And Sibon, perhaps slightly with the help of Pennock. Well, I think two Gillingham players got a touch, and Pennock was certainly the last one. But Sibon was the Sheffield player who helped them to force that ball over the line. It's 1-0. Play on, says Mike Reid. Butters. Free kick. Now there's a break for Gillingham. It was Peter Atherton who was penalised, much to his annoyance. And Hessenthaler having strong words with Mike Reid, who does likewise. But it's a free kick to Gillingham. And they'll push players forward here. Butters is up, Ashby is up. Hessenthaler puts the ball down, plays it in quickly. Butters comes in. Oh, and there's Browning! Marcus Browning with Gillingham's best effort so far. He hasn't scored yet, but because he's been out for well over a year since joining them. But this is a volley which Cernicek does well to catch. That's good play between Thompson and Hessenthaler. And here's Smith, the captain. Was he brought down by Atherton? The referee says yes, just outside the area. Now here's a real opportunity for Gillingham. Now Butters with the left foot maybe, Southall with the right. Having a little chat, the two of them. And it's Butters! Oh, that's a good effort. Guy Butters, who early in his career won a first-team place at Tottenham and later was with Portsmouth when they got to the semi-finals of the Cup in '92. Didn't actually play in the semi, but he's always had a trusty left foot. Alexanderson, away by Smith. Alexanderson, who started the match by missing a very good chance, but Sheffield Wednesday still lead at half-time. And Sibon was in the middle of a real mess-up in the Gillingham defence, which brought about the goal. De Bilder off Butters. Then it's Ashby, number 5 here, who I think gets a touch when it comes back off the goalkeeper. He certainly does. It goes in off Adrian Pennock, and it's by that scrappy goal that the Premiership lead at half-time. Gillingham will have the advantage of this strong wind in the second half. They have, of course, been to Wembley far more recently than Sheffield Wednesday. Gillingham, they were there in that dramatic playoff against Manchester City at the end of last season. Just minutes away from promotion, and then lost a 2-goal lead and lost on penalties. Losing here today 1-0 at the moment. That's Marcus Browning. Here's Smith. Outside him is Hodge. He's kept that in. There are 3 in the middle for Gillingham. Southall comes in for the header, and Yonk clears for Sheffield Wednesday. That's Butters. Edge. Peter Taylor took over after that Wembley experience. His predecessor, Tony Pulis, was the Gillingham manager until then. Southall. Here's Hodge. Oh, he turned inside beautifully. And Cernicek has to make the save. And here's Alexanderson. And now Yonk. And now Nolan. Sibon. Now Hodge. Well, Hodge here had possibly Gillingham's best opening, turning inside Hinchcliffe, and Pavel Cernicek here makes a very good stop. And there's going to be a substitution by Peter Taylor. Marcus Browning, who hasn't started a match for over a year, has done really well to get through an hour today. He goes off, and he's going to be replaced by number 15, Mark Saunders. Well played by Pennock. Yonk. Now it's Alexanderson. 3 up with him. Sibon. Yonk. Wim Yonk shot. Saved by Bartram, but here comes the build-up. Oh, it needed Pennock to clear it. Well, Wim Yonk could have put the cup tie beyond Gillingham's reach here, but it wasn't beyond Vince Bartram's reach. There's Saunders now, battling with Atherton. There's Walker waiting for the bounce. Sibon. And that's broken for Thompson. In the centre, Saunders here. Jumps for Gillingham. Oh, he's got it! The substitute has done it. Mark Saunders has equalised for Gillingham. Only a few minutes after coming on, his first significant contribution has brought them level in the cup tie. Peter Taylor's team benefiting from a good spell, but it's the substitute that does the trick. Good early ball in, and Saunders turns here against Nolan, and he really places that beyond the dive of Cernicek. And Gillingham are level after 69 minutes. Well, now we have got a cup tie down in Kent. And you have to say that on Gillingham's second half performance, the equaliser was deserved. The free transfer man from Plymouth has put this match back in the balance. Mark Saunders, what a moment for him. One he'll never forget. And how well he took it here. Nolan tries to get to him, but that shot, it's just agonisingly away from Cernicek's right hand. But full marks to Thompson in the build-up. And 1-1 here. Free kick to Gillingham. And Saunders is there again, so is Butters. Oh, it's headers back in, and it's there! And it's Thompson! It's Thompson this time! And Gillingham scored twice in 2 minutes! What a turnaround! Sheffield Wednesday don't know what's hit them, but it's Andy Thompson, the cup hero again for Gillingham. Would Would you believe it? Guy Butters with the free kick. And this is where the practice on the training ground pays off. Pennock gets the header in, and Thompson the second header. Yonk. Oh, handball. Handball, Smith. And suddenly the scene shifts to the other end. Sheffield Wednesday with a free kick. Now Wim Jonk, who's been known to strike them from here, puts the ball down, and the Gillingham wall has to be right. The Dutch international would, from this central position. Hinchcliffe takes it instead. Oh, goalkeeper stopped it and saved it. Oh, Nolan had the chance from the rebound and perhaps should have scored. They all thought Young would take the free kick. Hinchcliffe comes in instead. Vince Bartram down to his left. Not a good angle for Nolan, but well saved the goalkeeper. That's Southall! Oh, unbelievable! Nicky Southall has made it 3-1 with one of the best goals you'll see in the FA Cup. And two Gillingham players are flat out, never mind those celebrating. There are two men flat out on the halfway line. But look at this from Nicky Southall. It's a wonderful volley, and Cernishek never got off the ground. Never mind, got near it. It's 3-1 to Gillingham. And surely now they're in the 6th round for the first time ever. What a wonderful shot from Nicky Southall. And again, Peter Taylor's substitution has an immediate effect. I don't think he can believe this. It's too late now for Sheffield Wednesday. The Premiership takes another blow to its pride. Mike Reid checks the watch one more time. In it goes from Nolan. Atherton. And Gillingham on the verge of history here. It's the first time ever that this Kent club have been to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. And what dramatic circumstances. Peter Taylor sportingly congratulated by Danny Wilson, who must be crestfallen. Gillingham were 1 down with 69 minutes gone. But then 2 goals in 2 minutes, and Nicky Southall produced the third and the clincher after 81 minutes to send this crowd into a huge celebration. Thompson, who got the second goal and has scored in 4 rounds out the 5. And Gillingham here have added their own chapter now to FA Cup history. Peter Taylor, who came here at the beginning of the season, has now masterminded for his chairman Paul Scally there 2 victories over Premiership clubs. Chairman Scally trying to clear the pitch of excited supporters. But what a moment for him, the man who revived this club 5 years ago. And what a moment for Peter Taylor, whose reputation is again enhanced after his work with the England under-21s. And as always, the photographers grabbing the goal scorers. It's Gillingham 3, Sheffield Wednesday 1. It's a quarter-final place for the Nationwide League. And Sheffield Wednesday go the way of several other Premiership sides this season with their pride punctured.
Peter, many congratulations. You must be delighted.
Yes, I think the lads showed a lot of belief all day. Didn't play particularly well first half. Give a poor goal away first half, and that's so all of a sudden we're a little bit down. But the second half just showed the spirit of the players. You know, they're a great bunch. They're good to work with, and they believe they can win anything. So second half they showed it.
It seems to me that it was your substitution that changed the face of the game.
Well, I think whoever scored the first goal would have given us the lift that we needed, and thankfully it was me, and the lads just went on from there, and we will always keep battling. We will never stop. That's the sort of side we are.
To come back from 1-0 down against a Premiership side takes some doing, doesn't it?
Yeah, we were 1-0 down, but I didn't think it was they were more on top than us. I thought it was pretty even. The conditions maybe spoiled it a bit. We came in at half-time and the manager says he fancies to win 2-1. And we got a goal, and after that we pinned them back. We got the second and we never looked back after that.
The goal came out of nothing. What came through your mind when the ball arrived at your feet?
I mean, the wind was behind us, and I've just chest on and turned, and it's just sat up quite nice. I've just thought, just hit it, take your chance, and luckily enough, it's gone in the top corner.
Can life get any worse for Danny Wilson?
At the moment, Gareth, it doesn't seem to. No, I mean, today, I mean, you've got to give credit to Gillingham the way they came out of second half. Basically, I think the bottom line was that they played the conditions far better than we did, particularly in the second half.
The club was derelict. I mean, the place was a derelict stadium, a bit of an eyesore. With a lot of hard work from a lot of people, we've managed to pull it round, build some nice stands, got a team together, got a fantastic manager, great bunch of players, a wonderful spirit. You know, no big-time Charlies here, just a lot of honest, hard-working players. And you saw how the crowd loved them at the end of the game, really. No malice, just a lot of love, and good luck to them. I think they deserve the result, and it's a great day for the football club.
Yeah, wonderful effort from Gillingham, Mark.
Yeah, an excellent effort. And, you know, the players have talked about the conditions and that the win was gale force, and I think they played it as the proverbial game of two halves. Gillingham, certainly first half against the wind, and got bodies behind the ball, made it very, very difficult, hardly created a chance for themselves, but obviously just bought themselves at 1-0 at half-time, a bit of space and a breather for the second half when the onslaught started, and that's exactly the way that they played, and in the second half they certainly put Sheffield Wednesday under pressure.
For Sheffield Wednesday, though, they've appeared to be turning their season around, and now it's despondency again. Well, you know, first half in control, scored the goal slightly fortuitously, and they're away. And you can imagine the half-time team talk. Danny Wilson saying, look, you know, you're going to have to defend against the wind in the second half. No encouragement whatsoever to Gillingham. What happens? Early on in the second half, there we highlight Hodge on the right wing, and it's just a ball that's played in behind Hinchcliffe. Hinchcliffe has got kind of 5 yards on him, and, well, I think he must have his handbrake on because Hodge is past him, cuts inside him. And this was a very, very early warning shot across the bow. Cernicek has to make the save, and straight away you think, uh-oh. Look, the distance between the defender and the attacker who's just come off in, the defender's let him drop off, he's let him turn, you know, you've got to force him out in those circumstances. Again, the defender drops off, well-taken goal. At 1-1 then, Gillingham are thinking, this tie is ours. Free kick pumped in. If you can't win the first one, if you're a Sheffield Wednesday player, make sure you win the second one. It gets headed back across the goal, and really, there's Saunders with all the time in the world. Sorry, Thompson, just to you know, put it in the back of the net. And I think generally you looked at Sheffield Wednesday in the second half, and they were looking at each other, thinking, you know, we can win this. We're better than Gillingham, but they didn't have enough fight. They didn't have any organisation in the second half, and defensively, they were all over the place. Well, Gill's odds have been reduced from 100 to 1 to 51.